Welcome back. I'm prepared to be bedazzled because today I'm going to be shedding light on why working most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand will never provide a person with enough fiat currency to be able to afford to attain an extremely low standard of living. So, why does this happen to be the case, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Lamentably, much to my dismay, much to my consternation, much to my chagrin, much to my grief, much to my agony, much to my agitation, much to my irritation, most real private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand are often deemed to be dead and highly time-depleting, debilitating, minimum wage, dispiriting, unfulfilling, undesirable, harrowing, distressful, brutally wretched, and infinitely agonizing jobs that not only dispossess an employee out of almost over sacrosanct time, but that also do not furnish him with anything close to even 1/4 of a subsistence wage for affording housing. Furthermore, most real private sector employers are keen on not offering any benefits nor pensions to the real private sector employees. Moreover, almost 100% of the profits that companies generate are reserved for their shareholders, their executives, and their external directors. So simply stated, if you work most of your private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand, and if your emolument is capped at the minimum wage threshold, then it will not furnish you with enough purchasing power to be able to afford to cover the total cost that is associated with the attainment of an extremely low standard of living, which can unequivocally be sizable. If your remuneration is capped at the minimum wage threshold, then you will have a negligible amount of purchasing power, which is not enough purchasing power to be able to afford to attain an extremely low standard of living in this controlled market economy. In order to be able to afford to attain an extremely low standard of living, a person needs to earn enough fiat currency to not only be able to afford to pay the perpetually recurring rental fee and be able to afford to not only purchase a vehicle, but also needs to earn enough fiat currency to be able to afford to purchase functional vehicle parts, incessantly purchase food, incessantly purchase fuel, as well as pay the perpetually recurring exorbitant auto insurance premium, as well as pay the perpetually recurring driver's license renewal fee, as well as pay the perpetually recurring exorbitant vehicle registration fee, as well as pay the perpetually recurring tire rotation fee, as well as perpetually pay the recurring internet subscription service fee, as well as pay the perpetually recurring smartphone subscription service fee. So while you may be able to earn enough fiat currency by working most of your private sector employee jobs based on voluntary demand to be able to afford to cover some of the aforementioned costs that are subsumed under the attainment of an extremely low standard of living, you will not earn enough fiat currency to be able to afford to cover all the costs as an aggregate that are associated with attaining an extremely low standard of living. I hope that you deem this video to be written, captivating, mesmerizing, insightful, intriguing, informative, and engrossing. I hope that you're entrenched in the underlying epicness. Thanks for watching. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.